Welcome to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain. Here are your hosts, Peter and Anthony.
Oh, come on now. Man, we got to talk, everybody. I know we did some work. We did some work. We asked for some extending of that theme. We finally got a little extra.
I liked it.
Wiggle room back. We got our wiggle room back. You gotta let this thing. We gotta let it ride. This is part of the intro, man.
I could have took a little bit more in the beginning too. I missed the all the yawning and all that kind of stuff. I like the Gives us time to screw around a little bit before we start.
That's all right. We're here though.
Yo,
we made it.
Yo,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It is a brand new edition of Sports 56 Grind Time. We're live in the Family Leisure Studios. It's a wet Monday. Been raining all morning. Be careful. Turn around, don't drown, and all that. You know, don't flood your car. Trying to get through some little area and all that. So pretty nasty flooding out there in some of our listening regions. Be careful. Anthony saying, be careful out there. There's Timberwolves afoot. Timberwolves back in Memphis. Grizzlies back in Memphis. Game 5 tomorrow. A texter has already jumped in on the AutoZone listener line. Get in the zone, AutoZone, and says 360-8255. Says the Grizzlies going to whoop those Timberwolves tonight. Unless they're doing it at a club or something.
Yeah.
They ain't doing it on the court.
Might be an unsanctioned match.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a lights out match. We've seen those empty arena lights out match.
Yeah.
Go to the police courts over there.
If there was an unsanctioned match, where would it be?
It's got to be on some of those,
The alley rendezvous.
No,
you
could be
The alley. Can't
It could
put
be
it
some
in
of those
there?
courts.
Oh.
It could be some of those courts. It could be the police courts over here. It could be the ones.
No, you have to do it indoors because you get some people looking at it.
No. You want truly unsanctioned. Like, get outside. Like, let's go. Let's get on some
Like,
courts.
are you playing in the rain?
It's unsanctioned, man. Whatever conditions out there.
Yeah.
You get that all-weather ball, that janky
Yeah.
one with the little dots on it and all that. It feels weird.
Let Dustin Stark kind of do the play-by-play.
Yeah. And then get
Come on, Pat Bev.
And get that guy, the tiger guy. And, Precious Achua. Four. You can get him out there, and then and I think you're good to go. We'll find out who the real champion is.
Yeah, man.
It is tied. Series tied 2-2, heading into Game 5 tomorrow. We'll talk about it here on the show. Obviously, much to discuss about the Grizzlies, much to discuss about the performance, much to discuss about the officials, much to discuss about Taylor Jenkins, and just a whole lot. This is just very, very busy. Tons and tons to discuss with this series, and we're going to do it throughout the show today. Also, the rest of the NBA. Tonight, we could be crowning one of the greatest ever disappointments in the history of basketball, as the Nets could be swept right out of the playoffs. Incredibly. It could happen. So we'll see. And Ben Simmons' back is flared up again.
From doing nothing.
It's tough. It's tough out there. So
disappointed, Ben Simmons.
he needs one of those Phil Jackson seats, when he's sitting on the bench.
Yeah, stimulate his nerves.
That definitely helped the back out a little bit. So that's all on the way. As I said, you want to join us, you can on the AutoZone listener line. Pow, get in the zone. AutoZone 360-8255. 901-360-8255. All right. Anthony Sain.
Yes, sir.
Have at it.
What you mean? Why you putting it on me? You the one that got the whole Twitter mad at you, bro. Why you throwing it on me?
I know you have at
You
it.
the one with all your little videos and your play-by-plays and, breaking stuff down and analytics and all that.
That's why I'm letting you have first crack at it.
In 192 minutes, the Grizzlies have only
Yeah, I can add up. I can do 48 minutes times 4. It's amazing. It's multiplications. Incredible.
Man, gonna ask me what I think. Tell me what you think, man. You've been on Twitter, breaking everything down the whole weekend. Why you putting it on me?
Well, you want to talk about?
All I got to say is two games to 2. Minnesota won't win another game. That's all I got.
Yeah, but you were the same guy. Said
it don't matter.
You said Grizzlies in 5. So.
It don't matter. I said Grizzlies in 4. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, you keep running out of games. So I don't know what to tell you.
Hey man, you saw what I saw. I saw Minnesota play 2 games.
Texter already says trade Triple J for Edwards.
So I'm sure Minnesota can't wait.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah, I'm sure Minnesota can't wait to make it happen.
The people are losing their faith a little bit.
Man.
All right, so we're gonna hear from Taylor Jenkins. Darian Darren, who could see today, which is great.
Amen.
Darren, you got to get that. You're gonna get that audio from Taylor Jenkins in the post game on Game 4. We got
About the fouls.
There was really only one audio because I don't think he did much else. I think it was pretty much
went off.
I think he just went off and then left. So yes, I think you know what I'm talking about. I hope you know what I'm talking
I had a
about.
text on the personal line that said they're tired of you pandering to the nerds, Peter.
Well, it depends on who sent you that text.
What do you mean?
Who sent that?
No,
text?
don't worry about who sent it, man.
I need to know who sent that kind.
How you going to have to access what's going on my phone?
He's
I
questioning
don't.
your
That's why I'm
text
asking.
line.
That's why I'm asking you for your text
Oh,
line.
you think I'm lying? You think it's just
He's
me
questioning
saying it?
your
You think it's
text
just me
line.
saying it?
It does sound a little suspicious. It sounds like the kind of thing you would.
The people said,
Did they?
stop pandering to the nerds.
Did they?
Man, it's crazy when a guy would just put his own team that has his hometown attached to it just for the sake of being, trying to get the nerd Twitter to,
I know.
accept him.
It's almost as crazy as somebody pandering to that home team and ignoring what his eyes tell him. That's weird.
Hey, my eyes tell me it's 2 games to 2, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
My eyes see a team that played
your lying eyes or
2 home games and came out -8.
Grizzlies.
That's what I saw.
Grizzlies have. It's been one of the weirdest series. I
It has
remember.
been,
It's been
for
really
sure.
weird. You can't get a feel for it at all. And it was once again just Game 4 in particular was insane. It started way too late. I don't know why are we starting games at 9 something
Yeah,
in
man,
Central
it's
Time Zone. It's bizarre.
Up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
And you got me up at 1 o'clock because there's so many fouls being called that it takes forever. The Grizzlies, damn near had their whole team fouled out in the first quarter. All the starters pretty much ended up with 2 fouls. Grizzlies ended up shooting way fewer free throws, 40 fouls total in the game. It's crazy, the amount of fouls. And Taylor Jenkins, who the normally mild-mannered, very circumspect, thoughtful with his words kind of guy, afterwards, here's how he answered the first question.
I mean, we got to play better, but in my opinion, one of the most poorly officiated games I've ever seen in my NBA career. All 5 of our starters are borderline fouled out in the first quarter. 10-plus foul difference, 40 free throws. Yeah, some things we got to clean up and get better at, but I've never seen a more inconsistent and arrogant, officiated game. So I'll take whatever hits coming my way. I got to protect our guys. We know we've got to get better, but I mean, from the get-go, it was foul, inconsistency. There was actually one play where a foul whistle was blown before contact was even made. It's embarrassing, but I'm always going to look in the mirror and say, how do we play better? How do we coach better? But I'm at a loss for words, and I'm not going to go as far as saying that's the reason we lost, but I'm going to let it be known that that's messed up. And arrogance, inconsistency, and big fan, of the whatever.
Peter, the audacity of you, the arrogance of you.
The end of that is just amazing.
Yeah, whatever.
Big fan of what was he? Big fan of what? I can't figure out. What
He was going into his bag of cliches.
Yeah, and then he just short circuited.
Yeah.
Big fan of.
If he listened to you more, he'd have broke out a Rick the Model Martell right there.
Can you give me that last little bit again? I want to see what happened. Where he's going. Big fan of referees. Big fan of.
I'm not going to go as far as saying that's the reason we lost, but I'm going to let it be known that that's messed up. And arrogance, inconsistency, and big fan, of the whatever.
Yeah, he started short circuiting, man.
Big fan with it.
No,
whatever.
I think the button that the front office has to control him. I think they buzzed him and zapped him real quick because he started.
The earpiece. They were like,
yeah,
abort. You've gone too far. Abort. Arrogance. Get a big fan of out.
Yeah, I think that word arrogance may have triggered the algorithms a little.
Yeah, that was Rick the Model Martell with arrogance for sure. Arrogance definitely a one of those words that turns the old burner up a little bit on the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You could have, this is a poorly officiated game. Okay, no, that's garden variety. We say that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Referees didn't do a very good job tonight. That's garden variety. This was one of the most incompetent. Okay, incompetent kind of turns up a little bit. But when you say this is one of the most arrogantly officiated, that means like, now we've
it jogged the.
That becomes like
the algorithms got tripped a little bit.
Bing. You start to hear that. Now the NBA has fined Taylor Jenkins $15,000 is not.
He ain't messed up at
a lot. Well, no, but compared to what they normally fine people, because bear in mind, Kyrie Irving got $50,000 for his double bird show. Other coaches are getting $25,000. So for him getting only $15,000, that's kind of the NBA saying, like, you know what, actually, you might not be that wrong on that issue. Like, maybe, because I figured he'd get popped a lot.
Sorry,
harder
Taylor.
than that.
We had to screw you real fast, but
yeah,
we got to charge you something.
We're going to charge you, 60% of what we normally would charge everybody else. So it's
Why you always math flexing, man? How you know that 15,000 is 60% of 25K? That quick.
Could you call it math flexing?
Man, this dude get on my nerves with this stuff, man. Like, 60%.
He's in rare form, man.
This is what it is. 15 is 60% of 25.
All right.
What do you mean? What is it not? I mean, what do you?
I ain't know that. I can't just spit that kind of stuff out like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody got their thing. That's my thing.
I got you, bro.
Well, you want me to hide my light under a bushel?
You might have to, because you just.
You want me to hide my light under a bushel?
That's
not what the word said.
Is that a biblical reference?
Yeah. Yeah. You want me to hide my light? Okay, that's fine. I'll pretend I don't know. Let me think.
All you have to say it's a nice chunk. Nice chunk.
Oh.
Sick of this dude, man. This man is sitting here
Let me pretend I don't know. The 12%. No, I know. I'm not pretending nothing.
Now, Darren, this is the same dude. He want me to tell him what the streets are saying. He want me to tell him who's texting me in my phone.
I don't want you to tell me what the streets are saying. I want to say who's saying it.
I can't keep nothing to myself. Like if I say, hey, I know something.
Because you didn't keep it to yourself.
But I
you
ain't
shared
saying
it with
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah, you got to share that now.
If you just look at it, right, you're just like, interesting. And that's it. You didn't, you chose to share it with everybody.
Those are his people turning on you, Pete.
Exactly. You chose to share it with everybody. So I
ain't gonna lie, you lost the people, bro. The people been blowing me up all weekend. People are sending me stuff to say to you on air.
Well,
just to let
tell
you
me.
Try one of them.
Yeah,
well, it was
try
the thing that's already
it
been everywhere. The
it
thing about the foul differential.
Yeah. I got
send me
fouls.
that. I've already saw that.
Do those people know
listen.
Pete have shaken someone before?
Yeah.
Do they know that?
Do they
That
know?
he
Do
has
they
shaken
know I've
someone?
shaken?
Yeah,
I've shaken.
Do they don't know that, do they? See, they don't.
They can't know, man.
Do they know that? They want to come talk to me.
Hey, these people know where you at, man.
Come find me. We have a debate about this. I ain't hard to find.
Peter said, if it be a stain on the wall where your head
That's
was.
right.
Man,
That's right.
I greasy spot.
I'm in just the right mood for snapping.
The arrogance of these people
the arrogance
texting you.
I know.
The audacity.
I mean, big fan. Whatever.
Peter, let me just say this, man.
As the great Taylor Jenkins once said.
I'm sitting here
big
watching
fan.
the game.
Whatever.
Big fan. Nothing. Whatever. I'm watching the game, right? It started off as a pretty close game. I said, okay, if this game stays like this, Memphis is going to win because it's kind of like, 2 points, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of 2s and 3s. Shout out to Darren. So when Memphis got up 7, I was like, all right, we about to kill these dudes. Like if we get an early lead on the road, we're about to kill these dudes. Then here come the foul stuff, man, which you have to admit was weird, Peter. Like it was, and I'm sitting here watching all these bad foul calls they're giving. And they're letting Towns basically just do what he wants to do in the paint, offensively and defensively. They're not calling anything. And they're calling everything on our best player.
Yeah, but they called stuff on Cat like
Peter. Come on, man.
Cat had
he
5
fouls
fouls
every play. He fouls in every possession.
Man, listen, no.
Peter, hold on. I'm not going to blame the refs, but you're not going to tell me.
You already are.
You're not going to tell me the refs didn't have any influence on the game. Well, the refs don't influence games.
No one ever said that.
Like
that, you can't go from. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. So that's the part that.
All right, clarify this for me.
That's the part that people are not getting from what I've said. For those that don't know, all I said was having gone back and I rewatched all Game 4 multiple times, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm sure you're happy.
And did you?
No.
Exactly. All right, so I feel like
barely
I'm
had time to watch it live.
A little more conversant with what's going on.
See what I'm saying? That's how this dude trying to do me, man.
See, well, yeah, I'm telling you, why do you think they rewatch the film? Why do you think they go back and watch film? Why do you think coaches don't make adjustments based on that memory?
I also don't work for the Memphis Grizzlies, bro. I'm not freaking
but that's
John Conchard. Like, why would I sit and just watch a game 4 or 5 times?
Because you want to find out what's going on. That's
break
the
down.
That's exactly right. So when you watch it again, you realize that number one,
they pay me to spin records, man.
Number one, a lot of those fouls were fouls. A lot of fouls are just undisciplined.
It's the playoffs, Peter. Everything is a foul.
No, that's not. No, there's a difference between everything's a foul and you slapping with your hands.
Peter,
Grizzlies
go ahead.
Listen to me. Listen. The difference is that this is not one of those like, some of these are not borderline calls. Some of these they're just dumb plays. I went back and watched all of Jaren's fouls this series, for example. They're all dumb plays. The very first foul of the entire series was the most borderline one. He blocked Anthony Edwards and got called for a foul he probably shouldn't have been called for. The rest of them are pretty much they're just fouls. And a lot of them are incredibly dumb because they're 20 feet away from the basket, off the ball, or offensive fouls where he's not in control of his body, stuff like that. I can't blame the officials for that. Now, the sequence when Desmond Bane gets called for 2 straight offensive fouls, neither one was an offensive foul. Then they call an offensive foul. End up with 3 straight possessions, 2 for the Grizzlies, 1 for the T-Wolves, of 3 offensive fouls. All of them are wrong. That's pretty bad. When they get they get a number of fouls wrong, that's not good. I'm not saying they were perfect, but that's not why they lost the game.
Peter, I'm not saying that, but those things play major factors.
But it's the first thing you're talking about.
When you have to take your best
players
players off the game early when you have an early lead, they destroyed the rhythm of the game. You have to take key players out of the game way ahead of time. You're in foul trouble the entire game, so everybody's playing uptight. You can't play defense like you want to play. When you're up 7 early, then they just start all this weird stuff, and then they start doing these little makeup fouls. I know people who watched the game one time like me. I'm sorry, I didn't watch it 5 times like Peter. They started calling all these little cheap makeup fouls on McDaniels. You remember that sequence? They just kept calling little weird. Like, man, y'all, that was a makeup call. Y'all just doing it to pad the numbers, to make the overall foul numbers look all right. Because it's like insequential fouls that don't mean anything. And it's just real bad calls you're calling from Minnesota just to even out the foul count.
No.
But it's on a guy who don't even matter like McDaniels. And you're calling like weird fouls on the Grizzlies.
The other one's on Jaren, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the playoffs. Everybody's fouling, man. Go watch.
So let me just get this straight. So you're saying the referees are keeping track, and they got a little chart, and they're making sure they
you don't have to
the fouls,
but you got to.
And they get them only on McDaniels because he's inconsequential, and they make sure they call it on it. That's what you're saying.
P, you ever balance one woman more than one woman at a time? You ever had several women?
No,
I'm gonna make it make sense. I'm gonna make it make sense.
Bring it home. Bring it home.
This has nothing to do with.
Have you ever balanced more than one woman at a time?
This said college, long time ago. It's long, but I don't want to talk about it. That has nothing to do with anything.
Darian, have you ever managed more than one woman at a time?
Yes.
Do you have to take notes and like keep a stat pad of who you talk to and? You ain't got to do all that. You just know.
Yeah,
it's because you didn't do a very good job of it.
You just know.
You probably did a bad job.
Like the referees, I probably did a bad job.
Exactly.
They just know, man. Okay, all right. Let's get some Minnesota fouls.
As we always said, never ascribe to conspiracy what is more easily ascribed to incompetence.
I'm not saying it's conspiracy, Peter.
That is
dropping.
But the conspiracy side of me will say this. Let's not pretend like the NBA is not a business. It's based on television.
This is classic Anthony Sain right here.
Let's not pretend like the NBA is not based on classic like people having eyes on television. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah.
And when you find a series that's not your major big dog series, you want to get as many of those games on TV.
It has turned into that, though.
Right, but I'm saying, if you can stretch that series out, especially when you got Brooklyn getting smashed, when you got KD and them getting smashed, if you can keep as many games going, because you don't want breaks in television. You got to have games every night. And if Golden State is smacking Denver, you got to have something on television. You just can't have Golden State's at the house, Memphis is at the house, and you ain't got games. You're going to stretch it out as much as you can.
I feel you. I see what you're doing.
No, that's...
Come on, man.
I see what you're doing. Okay. Okay.
Come on, man.
So this is classic Anthony Sain. All right, first of all, he says, I don't think the referees were necessarily the reason the Grizzlies lost. But and then he goes into a whole spiel about how the referees are the reason and then he said, I'm not really talking about conspiracy, and then he goes into a whole conspiracy about this is what he does. He said, I'm not into this except for all this other stuff.
Peter.
You think here's what they do. They have a million contingency plans based on if this series goes short, if that series goes short,
they'll put Thunder in Paradise. They'll play Thunder in Paradise.
That is no problem. The ratings are not that good where they have to desperatly have.
It's better than nothing being on, Peter.
Yeah, but it's
better than watch play. But you think they really have an NBA game on Thunder in Paradise?
But it also costs them a lot of money to produce those games, and so it's not like it's that major of a windfall for them. They'll be fine. Plus, they can reschedule. We've seen them end up. Hell, they've started second round series before first round series have ended if they needed to.
Yeah.
They have a way to do all that stuff. So I'm not worried about that. That has nothing to do with any of that stuff.
Do you believe that we've had this conversation before? Do you believe the refs get caught up being fans? Never particularly
every now and then. Like I think sometimes they get
That's
caught
human
watching.
nature.
Yeah, I think
you get caught up watching the game. Oh man, it'd be sweeter they came back. Like, come on, man. And I think we benefited from some of that in Game 3. I think we benefited from some refs.
But man,
getting excited about the Grizzlies coming back.
Listen, the biggest factor in the whole thing, is there's two huge factors. One is Jaren and his inability to stay on the court. That's all Jaren.
It's all Jaren.
That's nothing to do with the officials. And as I pointed out,
I ain't gonna say that, but it is Jaren.
It has very little to do with the officials. Okay, you can blame the officials for everything about Jaren if you want to, but the fact that it's happened throughout his entire career, that tells you it's on him. Period. I mean, it's just on him. And as I pointed out, this series, when Jaren Jackson Jr. is on the floor, Minnesota shooting 38% from the field. and 35% from three. When he's off the floor, they're shooting 49% from the field and 41% from three, and he's not even played half the minutes of this series. So he has to be out there. That's not on the officials. If you look at the fouls, that's on Jaren. Jaren making a number of just idiotic fouls at this stage, man. He's got to be better, period. End of story. And the second thing is whatever's going on with Ja, whether it's physical, mental, or both, it is a problem. Because if you, defensively, Ja Morant, you've heard me harp on this a million times. Ja, if Ja just gives you effort, like that's he's not going to be a great defender. He's not Herb Jones out there. He's not Dylan Brooks. He's not going to be that guy. But if he gives you effort and effort in the scheme, if he does the things he needs to do just to come over and help out and stay locked in, that's fine. That's all I can ask for. He wasn't anywhere close to locked in Game 4. He was on a different planet. And he was making wild contests defensively, getting his team way out, fouling Pat Bev on a three, totally missing guys, leaving guys, stuff that's crazy that he hasn't done all year. And physically, I don't think he's right.
Yeah.
But I also think he's close enough to be right for
Better
the
than
playoffs.
what you're saying, yeah.
I think that there's a lot of guys in the playoffs right now who aren't right, but who make themselves and his offense is affecting his defense. And his defense then affects his offense. Go and watch the video. The first video I posted of Ja, he misses a pretty easy shot in the post. Floaters aren't falling, little post shots aren't falling, none of that stuff's falling. And he just kind of hangs his head. He sort of jogs back defensively, and then he's late on a recovery, flies way out of the thing. Everybody else gets in rotation, and it leads to a wide open Anthony Edwards three. I mean, it's stuff like that. He's heavy as the head that wears the crown. You want to be an MVP candidate. You want to be an all-NBA guy. Hey, I think he's there. But that also means you got to play like it. And you got to lead your team. And the assists are nice, and he's definitely passing the ball well. But this team has never been a let's get Ja Morant 15 assists kind of thing. That's not how this team wins. They need 27 points from Ja.
I'm with you on that because I'm not believing that after Ja's break he came back and decided to be Chris Paul.
No.
Like that's not what we're seeing. I'm seeing a lot of fans saying that stuff. There's clearly something physical going on with Ja. And I think I see a lot of people like, well, he got the blocks and he got this. Okay, jumping straight up in the air. Mm-hmm. That there's so many. I mean, I'm not a doctor. You know what I mean? But just in my observation of basketball, being able to jump straight up, that's one of many things your body needs to do to be right. You know what I mean? Just because you can do that.
Yeah, certain things you can do, certain things not as much.
I'm not really sure how much his left-right stuff is right 100%. And they're clearly targeting Ja for one reason or another.
Oh, it's a fit. For an obvious reason that he's the guy that makes everything work for the Grizzlies. I mean, every time he touches the ball, they're sending double teams. They're beating him up. They're getting in, and it's in his head. I mean, it's in his head. He's got to get out of it.
My friend Jason Maples, good friend of mine, he's an independent media member. He put out a stat that really opened my eyes this ain't 12. You know what I mean? He said Ja Morant, regular season, 70% field goal percentage at the rim. Playoffs, he's shooting 48% at the rim. Also, per Basketball Reference, this is the one that's eye-opening. He said he has not made a single shot in the entire series that's between 10 feet and the three-point line. That's the floater. That's the mid-range.
Well, sometimes it goes inside 10 feet. But, yeah, it's floaters. The floater game is
we haven't seen him. Yes, we haven't seen
the floater game's gone for everybody.
Yeah.
Tyus Jones, Melton has been disastrous, as you would expect.
BC's on
BC's floater is best, but even that's really
it ain't like it used to be, yeah.
No, the Grizzlies were, at one point, 3 of 17 from that mid-range in Game 4. And they, as a team, that's where they eat. And the T-Wolves have done a really good job of so, I mean, like, my point is this. If you
sat there and watched Ja float himself to 40 points against Utah.
Exactly. Yeah, it was all day, every day. We saw games where he'd float for 20 points. He'd just get in that little mid-range and just boop, and just up here, up and under. And
we saw one-man Ja Morant comebacks last year.
And it's not.
And we needed that.
And it's not happening. And he cannot, for whatever reason, he can't do it, whether it's physical, mental, or both. He can't do it, and it's a problem. So my point is this. We could talk about the referees and all that stuff, and that's fine. Like, the officials sucked. It was a bad.
But we still did our part, for sure.
But my thing is control the controllables. If I'm Taylor Jenkins, this is why I'm a little bit worried. Because Taylor Jenkins, I think it's cool that he's putting out there. He's galvanizing the fans. Fans are going to be going crazy. Game 5, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, David Fizdale that did that. Hey, Monty Williams did it last night with the. Hey, You could play that card. That's fine. But don't play it at the behest of, just doing this for the fans or whatever. You also need to work on yourself, and you need to look at what's really going on. And it sounds a little bit like you're making excuses because you can go back and watch the team, and they're not right. And some of that is on him. Again, you can't play DeAnthony Melton. He can't play in this series.
Hurts to say it, but he's terrible.
I mean, awful.
I've tried to wheel so many shots in for him.
It's not happening.
It just ain't going.
Conchar would be better.
I cannot argue with you.
Anybody would be better at this point. I mean, he's not. It's not happening for him. The rotations and stuff. Man, you got to find a way to get more out of these guys. And then you got in Patrick Beverley just commented moments ago. I don't have the audio, but here's what he said. The quote from Timberwolves media availability today at their practice. He said, Patrick Beverley says, "I seen the interview with Coach Jenkins about the referees. Very interesting there, especially due to the fact that I think they shot 42 free throws the first time we played them, and I don't think Coach Finch complained at all. Took it, we won. He took it on the chin, 2 fouls on John Morant, both games 1 and game 3. I take charges for his third foul. I don't get the call, but we're not up here complaining about the referees. I think the referees are in a tough position as it is already, and coming from a young coach, that's just something that you don't do. Me being in this league for a decade, that's something you just don't do, especially during playoff time. So kind of confused about that. Patrick Beverley.
Man, shut up. Crackhead. You don't even know what's going on outside the game.
So Patrick Beverley is
probably had no memory of the game.
stoking the fire.
Stoking the fire high as hell on the court. He don't remember nothing about the game.
He's stoking the fire a little bit.
The dude who came. You see when that dude came and tried to snatch the ball from Bain?
Yeah. He almost hit him in the face. I thought he hit him in the face first time.
I thought this was going to be this actually is exactly what I thought this series. Not the win losses. I thought we were going to smash them. But as far as the personal stuff, like the back and forth between the teams, this is exactly what I thought.
Well, yeah, because it's a bunch of young brash.
It's super entertaining too. I ain't gonna lie.
I wish it were more entertaining. The referees have just killed it for me.
Yeah, oh my God! Did we just talk for 30 minutes? This man, now the man said the refs had no.
He brought you full circle.
Oh man,
no,
he brought you full circle.
Listen. You got to understand the difference of what I'm saying. The referees didn't cost the Grizzlies the game.
But the referees
in the
are
costing everybody entertainment.
Because these are the two highest scoring teams.
That's two different. Those two different.
And they're
things.
taking all the fun out of it.
That's two different things. Yeah, the referees are costing everyone entertainment. They're not costing the Grizzlies the game. And if people I see, man, and my mentions are just a tire
in the
fire.
Way they are though,
because it's these excuses. It's excuses like, man, if the Grizzlies would if the referees would just let Jaren play, he'd be unbelievable. Man, Jaren needs to let Jaren play. Quit blaming it on the officials, man. This man's got to grow up. I'm sick of it.
He does.
This man's got to grow. I'm the biggest Jaren guy from day one. I've been the biggest Jaren guy in here, and I've had it. I've had it, man. I'm sick of trying to defend. There's no energy. The fire level's low.
Hey.
I think Cat's knee took the fun out of this. I think that knee when he needs Ja in the leg.
Hold on, there. Let me say this because we against the break.
We got to take a break.
We against the break. I'm not saying that the refs are pinpointing. We're about to cheat the Grizzlies out of this. What I'm saying is the refs are in the freaking way, man. And we're not, and because of that, neither one of these teams are able to do what they want to do. And I think that if the referees weren't an issue, the Grizzlies would be boat racing these dudes.
You're not. Listen,
that's all I'm saying.
The second part of that, but the first part of that, I agree. The referees are
in the way.
Period. All right.
Peter,
we can't play defense. We can't do
refs
what we do.
No, they haven't announced them for tomorrow.
Okay, I was going
to. If it's Gucci ref, whoever, all of them trash. All these dudes.
We'll come back. We'll continue here. Your thoughts on the AutoZone listener line 360-8255 as we continue here on Grind Time. Big fan. Whatever.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I've got Jeff Allen on the line over there at Gossett Kia South, and we're ready to hear what's shaking over there on Mount Moriah.
We are shaking up the competition with our crazy deals at Gossett Kia South on Mount Moriah. Check this out, Randy. I've got a 2022 Kia Forte LXS $219 a month and a 2022 Kia Soul LX $229 a month. Both 36-month lease and $27.99 due at signing.
I'm ready for vacation, Jeff. What you got?
Let the adventure begin in a 2022 Kia Sorento LX $299, 36-month lease and $39.99 due at signing.
And always equipped with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia South on Mount Moriah.
2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com. All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Forte, NE 472,058, MSRP 21,270. Sold in 782,8937, MSRP 22,005. Sorrento, NG 116, 389, MSRP 31,170. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax final license. With approved credit, see dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/2/2022. Dealer stock only.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of Bosch's Quick Ice Pro, the industry's fastest refrigerator ice maker and bottle fill technology for hands-free, customizable water options, making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Save on Bosch refrigeration now with spring appliance savings at the Home Depot. Valid April 21st to May 11th, U.S. only. Gas range extra while supplies last. See store for details.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wallow said hello.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. Can anyone explain to me why anyone would care how I measure your roof? We've all heard about measuring your roof from outer space. Well, to be honest, that's not possible. There are aerial pictures that can be taken every 4 years that can be used to measure most buildings, but it's not from outer space. Besides, no one, and I mean no one, can tell you what's wrong with your roof or even if you need one looking at pictures that could be 4 years old. If you'd rather do business with a family-owned and operated business with a lifelong tie to Memphis that refuses to mislead or use gimmicks, give us a call. Best products, best warranties, and the best service we know how to give. Fiveash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Yo. Oh, you know it's really getting on my nerves. How I know the fans are getting super restless. I'm seeing people post about Grayson Allen. I'm seeing people post about Javon Carter. Like, if y'all don't get y'all ass out here, I don't give a crap about what them dudes doing on another team. They're NBA players. I mean, shout out to them. Give a crap. A little dude with a bald head went off the other night. McLaughlin, whatever his name is. You think I care about that dude? Oh, what about him, man? Grayson had a. Do we miss Grayson? No, we don't.
Don't miss any of these guys.
Bums.
Don't miss Jonas.
Hey, Javon Carter, man.
Don't miss Jonas. Don't miss Javon Carter. Don't miss Grayson Allen. The Grizzlies have what they need to win this series. They just haven't used it. The Grizzlies have been outplayed in this series. They should be down 3-1.
Man, stop.
They should be. What do you mean, man, stop it? They should be. The majority of the minutes in the series have been led by the Timberwolves.
Who gives a crap?
All they had to do was not have a historic bleep up in Game 3.
They just quit, right?
In Game 3.
The Grizzlies had no part of the comeback, right? They lost by 9, bro. It ain't like they just,
Yeah, but
they fell apart twice and then lost by 9 points.
Yeah, but that's part of the fall apart. They fell apart horribly.
So it was just all Minnesota.
We just talked about how the Grizzlies played pretty bad in that game.
Your numbers are lying to you.
You talked about it.
Your numbers
go back
are
and listen.
lying to you.
Hey, go back and get.
Go back running back.
Go back running back what he said.
There was one ass whooping in this series in Memphis. It was Memphis when they put it on Minnesota.
That second half of Game 2 for sure. But then the Grizzlies got their ass whipped for about 40 minutes of Game 3, but it didn't matter because they ended up
winning the game by 9 points. You're right. It didn't matter.
Yeah, you're just like ignoring what I'm saying. The Timberwolves have led the majority of the series, and they've been better than the Grizzlies for the majority of the series. Better at basketball.
How is it?
They've been better at basketball.
They'd be in the lead if they was being better. They'd be winning games.
They've been better at basketball.
Let me throw some numbers out there. They're -8 in their 2 home games in the series.
The only thing that scares me, but they do have 2 potential superstars where we just have
Well, they technically got 2 All-Stars and one that definitely is an All-Star.
And then you see Ant-Man pull a Paul Pierce yesterday.
My point is this, though. The Grizzlies, if you want to start talking about, and this is where I'm a little bit, I get why Taylor Jenkins did what he did, but like there's a little risk involved because if it takes the Grizzlies' attention away from fixing their own problems, then that's the problem. Because the Grizzlies can win this series. They're better than the Timberwolves. There's a reason why they won significantly more games in the regular season than the Timberwolves. They're the better team. So, with the way you're talking and saying, the Grizzlies, I mean, they should. They're supposed to be. They haven't outplayed them in this series the way that they should. They should have outplayed them, and they haven't. So all they have to do is fix their own stuff. But I was just telling you during the break, all this stuff about the officiating, man, control the controllables. Control what you can control. And the Grizzlies have plenty of things within their control that they can improve upon. The referees are going to do what they're going to do. But if the referees have shown you in this series, whether you like it or not, that they're going to A, suck, and B, call everything tight, you can't keep slapping and smacking and coming in there with your hands and not playing disciplined defense. You can't do that. That's on you. Okay? You can if I'd have a lot more sympathy if the Grizzlies played really well and they were just screwed because of some horrendous, crazy calls. There were like a couple of really, really, really bad calls, and there were a couple of pretty whatever calls. Most of them are just like calls that these guys have been making. They're just not calls that I like, but they're pretty consistent. They're consistently bad, but at least they're relatively consistent within the context of the game. So figure out how to play like that. Like Jaren, figure out how to play. Whenever you drive to the basket, they are trying to give you an offensive foul. Just know that. If you run into somebody, probably you're going to get the offensive foul. Whether it's your borderline, whatever, you're probably going to get it. So quit it. Learn to do that crazy-ass Euro step like Karl Anthony Towns did that was from 15 feet away.
Does he have that? He doesn't have that in his bag yet, does he?
I don't think.
Yeah.
Jaren, no.
Jaren, no.
I didn't know Karl had that in his bag, but honestly, that was
working for him.
That was wild. He stomped from
You caused me to fatigue, Pete. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Big fan,
why are we comparing Jaren to a dude who's 4 years old? Why are you comparing Jaren to a dude 4 years older than him? I mean, what do we do?
Texter says, Radar Superstar says, Sain is being the Grizzly version of Dave Voloshin today for the Tigers. Ooh, that's...
Yeah.
I mean... But Wolo, to be Wolo, you understand. Wolo works, for the Tigers. You understand that. Sain's not even working for the Grizzlies. and he's over here, doing
I thought you were going just below. You see David?
Radar Superstar, the same guy who defended every single thing Penny did this year, bro.
That's nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Just keep that in mind.
What we're talking about.
While you're talking about being over the top homer.
Let's
keep it in perspective.
Man calls it like he sees it.
Yeah, exactly. Clearly he
man calls it like he sees it. That's all it is. Right
the Wolo fucking.
Man calls it like he sees it. Hey, that's just
Grizzlies version of Dave Wolo.
That's just where it is.
That's hilarious, man.
Hey, man, listen. Hey,
man, shut up, man. Anyway, go ahead.
Man, look. Control what you can control. The Grizzlies can control playing better.
Beat Tulane before you come for me, man. Anyway, go ahead.
Grizzlies can't beat Tulane right now.
I'm talking about Radar.
Yeah, I know, but the Grizzlies right now are struggling with Tulane. Grizzlies looking like Penny's Tigers back in December. Just making a bunch of mistakes.
Hey, I was
losing to teams you shouldn't lose to.
I was gonna put a meme out, but I knew it was gonna get me destroyed personally if I did it. I was gonna put the Superman meme with John on the top and then Alo on the bottom. Hey man, something ain't right with 12 though, man. Like I'm feeling I'm a little frustrated because I know it's like John's not doing John stuff, but it's crazy
I'm
because
glad you didn't do that.
It's crazy. It's crazy because his tweet game is on point. His trash talking game is on point. So it's like I think mentally he's fine, but I just don't think.
I don't think he's mentally fine, man. I don't know. He doesn't look.
No, man. When John ain't right. He ain't. You hear the weird stuff after the games, bro. Like when he's.
Oh, he said it. He sounded weird after that game. He said,
I guess I ain't hear it.
Yeah. No, he goes. I'm not. He said I'm not right. He said I'm not quite Ja. I said,
what we're arguing about then? If he said he ain't right,
it's the knee.
That's I don't. People are talking like it's something. People are talking about the knee from Cat.
The knee from Cat.
I don't think Ja was ever right from the injury he had before he came.
Prior to.
I don't think so because he looked fine before.
Yeah, man. In a game where nobody's playing.
That knee seemed to.
That knee
seemed to affect him. I mean, he definitely the mobility, and he also took a knee in Game 3 early on from Edwards. That also seemed to affect him a little bit. I don't think his mobility has quite been there. But either way, again, we look up and down the league. Look how many dudes are injured, not right. Luka clearly was not right, and he comes out and has to try, playing in game 4. Like, guys you're going to play, and you're not going to be right. If you can get out there and do the stuff he can do, you got to find a way to be more effective. You got to find a way to the Grizzlies have to have Ja Morant, the scorer. Ja Morant, the facilitator's nice, and that's cool. But the Grizzlies need Ja Morant, the scorer. They got to have him putting points on the board. They've got to have him get into the basket. That energizes the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
Team is not playing with a lot of juice right now.
You can't have John and Jaren terrible.
And Jaren, and man, I just cannot express to you how
beat us by 1 with John and Jaren.
No, the Grizzlies are better. That's the point.
You know
but they're going to mess around and lose this series if they don't start playing like it.
That ain't happening.
The Grizzlies are the better team, obviously, but they're messing around, and you start messing around with this game 5, and you end up losing.
Oh, we
you're
lose
messing
game
around.
5, it's over.
And then it's a whole different deal. So I'm gonna tell you this, man. The Grizzlies have responded well to pressure in the past. This is definitely the most pressure they've been under. They've responded well to it. Game 2, they responded to great. They played really well. They did exactly what they needed to do. So I expect them to respond, but they have a lot to prove. They have to show. And in Jaren in particular, I cannot. I'm
It's frustrating.
It's heartbreaking.
It's frustrating, actually.
It is. It's heartbreaking.
Spell it. Spell it, Peter. Spell it.
Fuskratin. Fuskratin.
No. Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're still not invited to any cookouts. I don't do the cookout invites. Because y'all ain't invite me to nothing. So.
No bar mitzvahs?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't ask.
But you did very well.
I didn't ask. I appreciate it. You can invite me.
Grizzlies just got to come out the first
Save
quarter.
me a plate
and
or
play
whatever if
basketball.
you want. It's fine.
Just bring it as a
make me a
go
plate.
plate.
Just make me a plate.
That's all they got to do.
That's all I need.
Grizzlies got to play hard the first quarter. They hadn't looked like themselves in that first quarter.
No.
You recall that first quarter, we had a stretch where it was like 30, 35 points, 42 points, 38 points. They got to score, man. They got to score. Big time.
Grizz in 6.
In 6.
Ain't nobody
Let's
stressing.
go for it. Juicy Sain said 6.
Yeah.
Ja Morant struggling in transition, struggling in just and the Grizzlies aren't getting done in
You don't care about that thigh bruise, do you? That thigh bruise
I don't
may
think
hurt.
Ja's been
So, for
right
example,
from the injury. He's been gone for
let me
2
let me give you another stat. Ja Morant this year has shot 63.4% in transition. So when he's fast breaks and stuff, 63.4% because he's getting to the basket. In the playoffs, that number is 30.8%. So less than half the shooting percentage.
Mm-hmm.
He's only made 4 fast break shots all series. Ja makes 4 fast break shots and a half.
And one of those was that steal in the backcourt that they got.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That should have been his 5th foul. I mean, he was very lucky that was not a 5th foul.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question before we go to
By
break.
the way, if the referees were going to, because this is another example of that conspiracy theory, I put that play up there too as a mental mistake because there's no reason Josh should be doing that. Josh swipes at McLaughlin and actually gets the ball, but it looked like a foul in real time. And if the referees were going to be screwing the Grizzlies, that would have been the perfect time to do it because that would have been Josh's 5th foul in the third quarter. So I mean, that's if the Grizzlies are going to screw, that would have been the time to do it. That was a huge risk that wasn't really worth the reward from that standpoint. But he's shooting, like I said, 31% in transition opportunities in the playoffs versus 64% in the regular season. That's a problem, man. Something's up. That ain't right.
Well, Pete, I'm going to say this before we go to break.
You do it. Say it to me.
In the same league that provided resources for Ime Udoka to get, what's her name?
Nia Long.
Mm-hmm. There's no excuse for McLaughlin's hair to look like that.
Oh, man. Nia Long's on another stratosphere, man. Don't.
You tell me this dude can't afford to get micropigmentation?
But it's the same thing with Trae Young.
Jordan McLaughlin's,
This dude's got like a George Jefferson. Man.
Jordan McLaughlin was a two-way. He was a two-way player for a long time, man. He's done.
But he's getting NBA checks, bro.
Yeah, but barely. I mean, like it's.
This man got a George Jefferson.
Oh man, he's still used pun on the pay scale. Like
he's only 26 years old, which is crazy.
Bro, the man got a George Jefferson. He lit our ass up though. Oh, that man was hitting.
You know why? Because they didn't cover him.
Man was cooking us. Go watch Grizz in 6, man.
Go watch the tape.
Man, talk about something. Bring Mayor Mike out.
Go watch the tape. Go watch the tape. Go watch the tape.
Well, he's coming up next. So
go watch the tape. Darian, watch the tape. I put the film up for everybody. You want to do film study? Go.
Say you come to class.
I did the film study, so y'all don't have to. Just go watch. Just go watch that tape.
Going to watch film, man.
I don't give a crap about this stuff Peter talking about, man. I was sitting there watching no game 4 or 5 times.
Go to watch film, man.
For what?
Break it down.
Yeah, watch
man.
the film. Exactly.
Man, if I just hit the Grizzlies, I'm sending the Grizzlies a W-2. If I've watched the game 5 times, like, man, I'm part of y'all film team. Y'all owe me a check.
That's ridiculous, man. Mayor Mike coming up next as we continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports Trade 698.5.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Yes, it's still winter. Yes, it's still cold outside. But Family Leisure wants you to start thinking towards spring and maybe even summer. So Family Leisure's pool and patio sale is happening right now. Come to Family Leisure to get started on your outdoor living space. Yes, I know it's cold and dreary outside, but this is the perfect time to think ahead. Pools are in stock and ready to go. Brand new 2022 patio furniture is hitting the floor each and every day. In-stock hot tubs are ready for delivery. You can get fantastic deals on play gyms, trampolines, grills, and outdoor kitchens. I know you are already looking forward to spring and summer, and so does Family Leisure. But if you sit on the couch too long, the best deals will be gone. So don't wait until it's too late. Stop thinking about spring and summer. Start planning for it. The pool and patio sale is in season right now. Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road. That's Whitten at I-40, where family and fun all come together.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Who's ready to spring clean and save some green?
Hunter Johnston
and Colin Johnston here from DeSoto Auto Sales.
This month we're on a mission
to help you cash in when you clean out your garage.
So stop making payments on a car that's ruining your life.
Because you could clean up in a nicer, newer car.
And possibly lower your monthly payment in the process.
It's out with the old and in with the new.
Only during our Spring Clean and Save Some Green sales event.
So dust off that old ride you hate driving.
And trade up when you bring it in today.
Because you could drive a nicer, newer car.
And possibly lower your monthly payment in the process.
Plus, our For the People credit approval process could be the fresh start you need.
So let's spring clean and save some green.
You could save up to $4,000 on a nicer, newer car, depending on the car you choose.
I'm Hunter.
And I'm Colin. And we're your dealers for the people.
See all my rides at DeSotoAutoSales.com.
That's DeSotoAutoSales.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Vehicle purchase price determines an actual discount. Offer absolutely expires on April 30th, 2022.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Man, all right. So much we got to work on as a show. So much the Grizzlies have to work on as a team. So much Mayor Mike's got to work on just in general. You know, just all of us. We all got to work hard. Everybody's got to work hard. Man. That's right. Everybody working hard. Mayor Mike, how you doing? You feeling good? You working hard?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. How y'all doing, man?
Good, bro. Good.
You know, wherever everyone's just a little upset about what happened over the weekend. You know, with the Grizzlies. So yeah, just hoping you got something, maybe make everybody feel a little better.
Man, you know, hey, we still got a couple more games left, man. We still pull it out, man.
Okay.
Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world, man. We ain't lost the war. We just lost the battle, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? This Memphis, bro. We used to being down, man. Come on, man. Come on. You know how we do? You know what we do in Memphis, man? Look, we in a perfect position, man. This is what all we gonna do, buzz them in their mouth. That's all we know how to do. That's it.
That's it for sure.
And buzz them in their mouth.
Mike, real quick, I know that we do call on you to give us advice on what to do, what not to do in the city of Memphis. You are definitely a man about town. This weekend, a lot was going on in the city of Memphis, man. We talked to you a couple weeks ago about the Van Gogh event at Graceland. This week, African April was here. I'll be honest with you. I do not know enough about African April as I should. For the majority of my life, I've only understood African April to be where you get cocoa butter and like rice.
Shea butter.
Yeah, shea butter and rice is all I've really known. Like for real, that's all I've ever heard people talk about. You can go and buy shea butter, you can go buy yellow rice. I've never known it to be anything else. I don't really know what happens. And I went last year for the first time trying to be cultural, and they were telling me this was like the makeup date, and it looked kind of makeup-ish. It didn't really look like it was the full blast. Not knocking it, but it just didn't look like I didn't really get the appeal of it. I haven't gone this year. I don't know if you've gone or not. What is the full African April experience? What is it? What is it supposed to be? And what are your thoughts on it?
I am in the same boat as you. I have no clue what the hell it is. I've been in Memphis my entire life, and as long as I've known, African April has been a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know it is a place to go get shea butter and go get a dashiki.
I'm pretty sure
I don't really know what it is.
I'm pretty sure African April's over anyway. I think it's already done.
Yeah, into this weekend, right?
So it's already over.
Okay. So here's my thing on African April, man. I know the guy who does it slightly, the older gentleman, but it's like, bro, get you a good marketing team, get some sponsors or something. If it's in April, why is it not the whole month of April? You know what I'm saying? Like Memphis in May is actually all of May. It's not like one weekend. It's like, what country are we doing this year? Because Africa is a continent.
Well, they're doing Malawi.
Yeah,
they're doing
Malawi.
It's based on
it's based on the country.
Yeah, it's full. If it's all of Africa, it's a lot to cover in a weekend.
Even if it's one country, it's like a lot to cover in a weekend.
Because South Africa is nothing like Kenya, and Kenya is nothing like freaking Liberia.
Right.
None of these countries are the same.
Because I had a friend who wanted some yellow rice last year. He's like, come on, let's go for the yellow rice. And the yellow rice was like $50. And I was like, all right, this is some pretty high rice here.
I just something about that. It's like, all right, we get Africa has been exploited, but don't exploit me. Don't exploit me in the process.
Like, come on.
You know? I'm just saying, I don't know nothing about African April, but I will tell you somewhere I did go. I did go to the Raging Cajun Crawfish Festival over the weekend.
All right,
tell us about it. That was the thing, man. I will tell you this. I was my anxiety went through the roof because there was so many people. And you know how this event goes, Sain. It's one of the very few free Memphis festivals in the city. Free admission. So you know what that means. All your North Memphis, South Memphis, West Memphis,
Westwood, Orange Mountain
are coming. They are coming. And it was just so many. And I just saw all the scared white people because they were like, damn, this is Memphians. I was like, yes, these are real Memphians.
This is the other Memphis.
To go. Like, time to go. Like,
Right.
It was something. I don't eat crawfish, man. I'm that type of person. But I just like to go and people watch. And I was there for 30 minutes and I left, man. It was Ratchet City down there, bro.
Hey, cause I think that the increase in seafood boils may have brought out that part of the city.
Man.
We care more about crawfish now than we did 3 years ago, bro.
Yeah. Hey, if I could just give a PSA really quick, man, to the fellas. You know what I'm saying? And maybe this apply to women. All right. Festivals in Memphis are open to the public, everyone. All right? If you're going to do dirt or have a side don't take her to a festival. I saw so many fights about this at Crawfish Festival. That's why I left.
Yeah.
There was so many. Like, you walk up on your girl cousin or something.
Yeah, it's going down. It's going down. Either go alone, go with the boys, or go with your girl.
Yeah, you're gonna be seen.
Yeah,
you're gonna be seen.
Yeah, you're gonna be seen. And this is Memphis. Memphis has 3 degrees of separation. Everyone in Memphis knows somebody.
You know somebody. Yep, for sure.
I just want to help fellas out because I'm tired of seeing y'all get beat up out here.
That's true.
That's
true.
Just tired of y'all.
Let me tell you something. That whole that exchange that you sent me on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Good Lord.
We ain't gonna talk about that one, Mike.
We can talk. We gotta keep that off.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Somebody's business. Somebody's business.
Yeah,
got aired out in a horrifying way.
It was a bad way. It was tough. But Mike, one of my favorite events is coming back.
Woo!
What's that?
God, dog. I got contact burn on that one.
I'll send it to you. My prayers out to them.
Prayers up, big time.
Yeah.
Youch.
But
golly.
One of my favorite events. I like the ball on the budget. This includes entertainment, no price. You know what I mean? Good time, good weather, good. Whatever you're doing. The Levis Shell, the summer concert series is coming back. I think they took a year off last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. No, so they had a couple things last year, but it wasn't like the whole thing, like we're used to.
Right.
Yeah. But I love Levis Shell, man. It's a great little time, man. Spend with the family, man. We pack up a little picnic. We get the blankets. The girls get the hula hoops and the bubbles, and we just have a great time, man. I absolutely love it. Because you get to see a lot of people you normally, you get to see hear a lot of music that you might not normally listen to and you can vibe out.
Because I would go to
I saw
see
Black
anything.
Violin there one time. It was amazing.
Yep. I'll go see anything. I don't care who it is. I'll go. I'll go,
man.
for sure. Yep.
Yeah, the only thing, man, don't bring your pit bulls, man. Don't bring your pit bulls.
Yeah, it do get on my nerves. People have all them dogs running around, for sure.
I like dogs that's nice, but if your dog aggressive, dog, why you bringing him? Like, your dog crazy. Don't bring your dog. Your dog gonna bark at kids. Like, that ain't cool.
And I like it because
a little nicer.
There is no child care provided, but you might as well say it's child care because your kids go there and they run around.
Man, when I tell you, man, like my daughter's like, we sit down on the thing for about 5 minutes and my girls are gone. They are gone.
You don't
up
see
to
them
the
for
front
hours.
with all the other little kids. And I love it. They out there hula hooping and doing their thing with the other kids. And that's beautiful, man, because that's really what you want to see.
Right. And
so
they'll check in to get a water. Like, Dad, I'm hot. Can't get a water. And you'll get that.
Yeah, and that gives me and my lady time to sit back, drink our Prosecco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get buzzed. You know what I'm saying? And the kids gone doing anything. It's good family fun.
Yep. If you're dating a girl that got kids, take it to the Levis Shell.
Bring the Poncho cheese dip with you, too.
Yeah, not Poncho. Oh, you know what? We'll talk about that next week. Poncho's about to get bounced about it.
Yeah.
Man, you crazy, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
We'll talk about it next week. Have you had Ponchos lately?
You mean Minneapolis?
Yeah, mini Anchos. Have you had that lately?
Oh, yeah, they out of Minneapolis.
Yeah, it ain't the same, brother. Let me tell you that.
Yep.
Hey, look, man, y'all ain't gonna have me trading on Ponchos. You gotta give me an alternative.
Mike,
here,
I am
man.
telling you, there's another local brand that everybody's been telling me about. Ponchos.
Tom's?
No, it's called somebody. Something with an I. Something, I'll tell you.
I don't trust.
Man, Ponchos is orange caulking at this point. I'm telling you, man, that mess is nasty. But anyway.
Bruh, I don't know. All right, we'll
all right, Mike.
All right, man, Mike.
All right, man. Y'all be good.
We appreciate you, Mayor Mike, joining us here on the program. We'll come back hour number 2. We're going to talk about the Grizzlies some more. We're going to talk about the rest of the NBA playoffs as well because lots of stories, man. Lots of stories. Some good, some not so good. We'll talk about it. We'll get your thoughts as well. Got lots of texts coming in, too, on the AutoZone listener line. Shoot those in. We're going to get to them as well. All that still to come here. Hour number 2 on the way. Stick around.
You've heard of James Gaddis Jewelers, but have you heard what they've done lately? Everything. A tremendous selection of diamonds and jewels, gold, silver, and much more. Lots of watches, tons of custom-made jewelry, fine gemstones, bracelets, necklaces, so many choices. Romantics will love the one-of-a-kind estate and vintage jewelry. James Gaddis has experts to help you with wedding and engagement rings, plus 2 repair experts for fine watches and jewelry. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers at 4900 Poplar.
Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Did you know Willis Carrier invented the modern air conditioning system in 1902? Since then, a lot has changed, but one thing that hasn't is being comfortable in your home. Choate's prides itself in creating the most comfort possible with each one of our customers' HVAC systems we install. We believe the best system on the market today is the Carrier Infinity System. This system has the ability to save up to 50% or more on your utilities compared to your existing HVAC system and is tailored to enhance your comfort with its state-of-the-art green speed technology. Right now, Carrier is offering up to 72 months, no interest financing, or rebates of up to $1,650 on a new Carrier Infinity system. Don't miss this limited time offer to have a more comfortable home and save money on your utility bills. Give us a call today at 347-8086 or visit us at ChoatesHVAC.com for more information. And remember, Choates, let our family serve your family.
At Progressive, you can get 24/7 protection, even if you break the space-time continuum.
We did it! We time traveled to yesterday!
Wait, Progressive covers us 24/7, but we just created an 8-day week, and it's 24/7 coverage, not 24/8. We gotta go back.
Are you joking right now?
Shh, I'm calling them. Hi, I have a question about time travel.
Progressive offers more than a great price when you bundle home and auto. We offer round-the-clock protection, which literally means anytime. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers, and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253 DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Such a good beat, man. Who did this first beat in hip hop?
You wait, hold. This is like a.
Come on, Pete.
It makes me think of.
You a music guy, man.
No, but this makes me think of that Maria.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Ding. That's what I've been doing the entire time. I've been playing samples. I don't know if Peter, you kind of started dancing on that first one. That was actually Dionne Warwick. That's where Usher.
We got you.
That's where he got that from. I had no idea. I was listening to a little old school this weekend. Had no idea Usher sampled it from Dionne Warwick.
There you go.
I forgot that other one I just did. But everything is coming with samples. There you go.
Come on now.
Play back.
Remind me of a West Side Story. Come on now.
Arbo's Cheese Dip is what the
Arbo!
People are saying local veteran owned. Arbo's Cheese Dip.
My boy said it started with an I. What you
Man, I don't know. Hey, when we go to break, right? I said, oh yeah, Peter, Arbo's is that place. The Texas just texted in. I said, you ever had them? You know I don't eat cheese dip. Like, man.
You don't eat cheese dip?
No, he doesn't, man. You missed that accent.
So no Rotel in your life at all?
Hell no. I
don't eat cheese
dip. I eat Rotel.
So what does Peter feed people at his Super Bowl party? If he was to have one, because I know you don't have one.
I feed them cheese dip. I don't eat it
myself.
Okay.
So you'll throw a tub out there.
I don't allow it in my house.
But you know
my
how
wife loves cheese dip. I just
okay, great.
She loves queso. She does the queso from Torchy.
There
She
you
does
go.
lots of different quesos.
Oh, man, you just eliminated Torchy's queso from your diet.
Yeah.
God, dog, Peter.
You know, a lot of people, if they don't eat it, they won't feed it. So I thought you were one of those people. Like, get that cheese out of my house.
No, that's stupid. I don't know.
It's like when Zach Boyd said he doesn't eat meat, but his mama them cooking turkeys. I'm
turducken.
good.
Yeah, get that turducken over there.
I feel like you might miss some steps in that man.
No, I'll be happy to provide you cheese.
What? So meat just can't sit out for days like my cauliflower can? Like, no, it can't. You have to go ahead and cook that.
Yeah.
Get some of that John man turducken over exactly.
My spinach lasts for weeks.
Man, I don't.
Jalapenos like y'all.
But I got love salsa.
Jalapeno. Jalapenos. No, you said it right. You got to say jalapenos.
Jalapeno.
Jalapenos.
Guadalajara's got good
That woman from South Africa.
No, I like salsa and I like guacamole. So there's always.
How you eat guacamole but you don't eat queso, man?
Because I like guacamole and I don't like queso. That's easy.
So is it a cheese like you just don't like the cheese?
I don't like that. That cheese dip style. I don't like cheese dip.
I guess. But you do pizza, cheese. And
like I'll eat pizza, of course.
I guess.
So you don't do nacho nor queso.
No, I don't want cheeseburger. I don't want.
You don't want a Juicy Lucy at all.
I don't want Juicy Lucy.
Did we just talk about a Juicy Lucy?
Yeah.
I don't.
All right, Peter. Okay, pause everything.
I don't eat it.
We've been doing this show for
I
coming up
enjoy
on
it.
2 years in August.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now I knew the queso part.
Yeah.
And I was okay with it.
Yeah.
You don't eat cheeseburgers.
No, I eat hamburgers without cheese.
David says Peter has cucumber sandwiches instead of cheese dip.
No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I hate more than cheese dip is cucumbers. Cucumbers.
Cucumbers are gross, man.
Pickled cucumbers?
Pickles are not cucumbers.
I said pickled cucumbers. They're actually pretty good.
Aren't pickled cucumbers pickles?
What are you talking about there?
But no, I'm telling you.
Well, seriously, pickled cucumbers is
Yeah.
Stop
They're
talking
not,
about
I'm telling you, they're not full.
I can't deal with this today, man.
Come on, Texas. Somebody text in and let these cats know that there's a difference between pickled cucumbers and pickles.
Darian, stop, man. For real.
I'm telling you, man.
Darian.
Pickled cucumbers.
Yes.
Leave it alone.
Pickled cucumbers are thicker. They're not pickles. I'm telling you.
They're just thicker pickles.
You say it's not all the way.
One pretty. I know you know something about pickles. Come on. Somebody help me out.
I've heard a million things pickles, but not cucumbers because they just pickles.
Premature pickles is what you're
kind of sort, I guess.
You take them out the incubation process a little fast.
They're not as pickled, I guess. I know Zach, come on, where you at, Zach?
Oh God!
What are you talking about? Pearl says, Darian, listen.
He's a man of ship on that one, man. Pickled
cucumbers.
I know, Peter. Darian, are you talking about like with cucumbers?
Cucumber?
No, stop.
Yeah.
Darian, are you? Stop.
Don't
Stop
give
talking.
it out. Don't give
Let
it
me
out.
talk. Don't talk, Darian.
Yeah,
Just say yes or no. Just say yes or no. Are you referring to like cucumbers that are like in Italian dressing, like soaked in Italian dressing? Is that what you mean?
Don't give him an out. He's.
Please say that's what you mean, Darian. In this whole conversation with the W.
No, he's not. He's done. You can't get him out of this. Don't bail him out.
Man, this man got tears about it.
Don't bail him out. He said pickled
that was
cucumbers.
the most Zach Boyd-esque moment in the history of Darian.
For sure.
Cucumbers.
Pickled cucumbers.
Let's get Zach on the phone, man. If anybody knows about cucumbers, it'd be Zach. Set that up for the second segment.
Pickled
You shave them and you dip them in a little pickle juice, man. Or something.
Dip them in pickle juice?
Yeah, like they sit in the pickle juice
like
or something.
Because they're pickles. That's why they sit in pickle juice.
Hold on, Darian.
The pickling process creats the pickle juice.
You know pickles are cucumbers, right?
You know pickles are cucumbers, right?
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're aware of that, right?
Y'all are making this delicacy sound so horrible.
It's a pickle.
Oh,
It's like saying tomato ketchup. Yeah, it's ketchup. It's made of tomatoes.
I am fully convinced that there is a fraternity of radio
weirdos.
radio producers. And they get together and say, you know what, we're gonna take a hard L. Like
we're just going.
You have to lean into it. Like you can't just say, "Oh, my bad." Like it has to be like you gotta lean all the way in.
You can't no reneging nothing. You gotta go all the way in.
I've never met one that doesn't do what Darius just did.
Just back off. Just admit, hey, you know what? I made a mistake. Hey, that's okay.
Y'all have me to say, you know what? Regardless, guys, I'm telling you, do not.
I'm gonna bring y'all some tomorrow. Let y'all taste the difference between pickled cucumbers and pickles.
Oh man, Darius said they ain't fully incubated.
Yeah, you gotta let them sit for a couple days. Not too long.
What?
I'll let you try them.
All right, I can't. I don't.
Darian, man, you got me done.
This might be the dumbest thing we've ever. I mean, that's saying something because we're
going down some roads.
Darren, that was one of the worst ones. That man said pickled cucumbers.
Oh man, I can't.
There, have you ever had gravied flour, gravied grease before? You ever had it?
Yeah. Put a little salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever had milked ice cream? You ever had that before? That's pretty
You ever
good.
had buttered butter? Butter with butter on it? Tomato ketchup.
Chocolate cocoa. You ever had it?
I said buttered butter.
Chocolatey cocoa. You ever had it? Good stuff, man. Milky milk. It's very good, man.
Hey, you ever had one of those egged omelets?
There we go.
Yeah,
Thank you, Warren Pretty. There's the cucumbers with the vinegar. I guess that's what I'm
It's like
stating.
Italian dressing, Darren.
Is that what I guess?
Yeah, cucumbers with vinegar is just cucumbers with vinegar.
Yeah, but I guess that's what I was
When
stating.
you pickle.
I guess in our neighborhood we never had an actual term for it. So it was like, give me some of those pickled cucumbers. And my mama gave them to me.
God,
Oh my goodness.
I'm just.
Oh man.
Give me some of those unfertilized chicken embryos.
Yeah.
You would call those eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, give me whatever you call them.
Milky milk. What you say?
Milky milk.
For God's sake.
Darren, come on, man. All right.
Texter says y'all got to get Darian to watch a Magic School Bus or something. This is hilarious.
Get the man to see how stuff.
God, dog, you need to. We gotta just give you basics.
No, man,
just
you
the
missed,
basics.
Yeah, you missed Arena Rainbow.
You missed
Mr. Rogers.
home ec. We gotta do home ec more. I don't. What, this is just basic stuff. Like we need.
There, you so funny, man. That man leaned all the way in, like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, no.
It's so much
pickled cucumbers are totally different than pickles, which are pickled cucumbers.
I will say this,
but
I will say this, and
I bet you Gabe like him.
Gabe Coon. He just texted me like, what the hell is this dude talking about?
Look. Speak of the devil, here he comes.
He just texted me like,
pickled cucumbers, ladies and gentlemen. What in the hell are we
Oh,
doing?
God. I ain't gonna lie. In Darren's defense.
Stop. Are you trying to defend? No, you can't defend this, man.
In Darren's defense, the African-American culture, we are innovators. We will come together. Because it might be a situation where I got to taste it. I can see in a Southern black person's home, we don't have any pickles, but I do have a jar of pickles.
And that jar sitting there with
and
that
I'm just going to sit these cucumbers in there just for a little bit, get some of that juice in that bad boy.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's not all. Yeah, it's still a hard cucumber.
I can see that being a dish that some brothers have made up. I can see that. But to talk like there's something that's like
a delicacy,
like that's part of society, like there's mainstream, it's like that's just not how it works.
I mean, people pickle everything.
No, Peter, you want to say what I'm saying. Peter, now I'm on Darian's side. It's 2-on-1 now. I just said in the African-American home, I can see situations where you are out of pickles, and you ain't got nothing but a jar full of juice. And
But that's not pickled cucumbers. That's cucumbers just in the middle of it.
But we going to call it.
You call it whatever you want.
You just got to let them sit for a shorter amount of time so they don't get soft, I guess. So, yeah, right.
Oh, God. I don't think that's exclusive to the African American community. I got some relatives that probably do all kinds of.
But Darren, have you ever, Peter? Have you ever put
pickle? I had a friend pickled pig feet. That was oh my God.
Yeah. You ever put a sucker inside the pickle?
Hell no, I don't like pickles. So
that was always a quote. Watch, that was always quote unquote a girl thing. You did that?
No.
Oh, good. Okay, all right, dude. All right, good. Because I had sisters and cousins.
What do you mean? Yeah, that's a girl thing.
I would hope he wouldn't do that.
Get out of here.
Maybe it's a correlation. Hold on, let me leave it where it's.
He said maybe it's a correlation
between having the peppermint and the pickle in your mouth.
I know that because I had sisters. I never had a brother or male cousin to do it. I always had females that did it. They stuck that pickle. I mean that peppermint down in there and go to town.
Man.
I don't.
Might have to do a poll.
Very educational. I was gonna say very educational portion right there, guys.
You see the peppermint with the pickle. Where y'all at right now? What do y'all do for a living?
Dia
says no wax on his floor.
No wax. Man, let me just say this. God. Let me just say. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so let's just. All right.
Man, I was vomiting laughing at Darren, man.
You thought the Grizzlies' free throw disparity was bad in Game 4. It's even worse for the Suns with the Pelicans. It was a 42 to 15 disparity.
Just random, right? It just had. They didn't make any sense. That made sense too.
42 to 50, 17 to 2 in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Suns were called for 12 more fouls. What was a classic physical playoff game. Monty Williams said the disparity is amazing. Coaches shouldn't have to come up to the microphone and feel like they're going to get their heads cut off for speaking the truth. Man, stop it.
Man, be quiet, man.
It's ridiculous, man. All these coaches.
The man telling the truth, man. 17 to 2.
What is it, the NBA has a bias against?
Yes, Peter. They want to stress. in series that ultimately don't matter, where you feel like you know who's going to win the series regardless.
Why is that entertaining?
Why not stretch it out a game?
That doesn't do anything for anybody. I just told you that. They don't make any extra money.
All right, Peter. That's just all right. I'm done talking about it.
They don't make any extra money doing that.
You think that's true, Peter?
Yeah, I do.
You think the NBA hates man, we gotta put another game on TV. How we gonna make this happen?
I think they're fine with it as opposed to risking the entire league's integrity by trying to make a first-round series that has an inevitable outcome go all the way, whatever. That seems very silly.
Stop all that, man. Stop all that.
Man, it's just very easy to sit there and be, that conspiracy, everybody hates everybody. It's just easy to say that stuff. When you actually think about it, like, no, it didn't make any sense. It didn't actually make any sense. Pelicans outplayed them. It wasn't even close. They can talk about whatever they want. It's 118 to 103. And to watch, Chris Paul get embarrassed out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Chris Paul got embarrassed out there, man. Jose Alvarado, took him to school, forced him to have an 8-second violation, kept stealing the ball from him. At one point, just constantly, getting after him, hounding him into all kinds of issues, stealing the ball over and over again. And Chris Paul after the game said he's a good kid who plays hard. He's a really good energy guy.
Man. Jose Alvarado is super annoying.
Of course, that's what he's supposed to be. That's the whole reason he's got a job.
Man, look, Kid Ray looking. Man, get out of here.
That's the whole reason.
Somebody beat up Kid Ray, Mr. Claw.
That's the whole reason he got a job. If he didn't do that, it wouldn't be. But now the Suns got something interesting here.
Man, the Suns getting up out of here.
So why do you think the Suns are getting up out of here at 2-2, but the Grizzlies aren't?
The same reason why it's a chance we might be about to get up out of here too.
Oh, I thought you said it was over.
It is, but we ain't losing. But it's a chance we'll lose. But
obviously, yeah.
We ain't missing. Well, we kind of are missing 2 players. So, yeah.
Texter says, "Hold up, I'm 100% male and put peppermint sticks in my Perkles."
Don't tell nobody that.
Yeah. And then he says,
"That man broke down Perkles phonetically."
Perkles.
Yeah.
Perkles.
Perkles. What's the 3 ats for?
I'm not sure what that is.
Equals at. What is it for?
I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's supposed to be an emoji that we didn't get. The emoji. Maybe.
Yeah. Break down that. Oh, look like it's 3 faces.
Yeah. It could be.
Let me put that in my phone and see what it comes with.
Suns 2-2 tonight, as we mentioned, the 6:00 tip-off. Boston, Brooklyn. The Nets may be up out of here. Are the Nets up out of here?
Yeah, they up out of here.
Are the Nets up out of here?
Not tonight, though.
Oh, yeah, tonight. I know they're going.
The league's going to stretch it out.
No. Kyrie doesn't want to play basketball. Oh, you think the league will do that?
If the league's going to stretch any series out, it would have been this one.
This is one they're going to stretch.
No. Why did they stretch it out for Game 3 then?
Because they want the okay. Let me break it down. I got an answer.
I would love to hear this one because that would have made the most sense for the.
I have an answer.
That's where the stars are, right?
No, because the stars are in their game. They know that people want to see those stars get put out. So they know it. Listen, they know everybody's going to tune in today.
They want to see the stars get put out. What?
This is the same league where Kyrie Irving was named to one of the 75 best players, and they pulled. They said, okay, we're not doing it.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
They know that Kyrie and KD, people want to see them get put out, right?
This is like the
listen.
This is like a pickled cucumber argument that you're throwing out there.
They want KD.
This is the equivalent of that.
They know that all eyes going to be on there tonight to see KD and Kyrie get put out, and then you don't get them get put out.
No, this is like him saying,
you
just put the pickle in the jar for a little bit and just get a little bit on it. It's basically the same thing.
Just for a couple of days.
Very similar to what we just
does that make sense what I'm saying?
The reason it makes sense is because
you asking him if it makes sense?
It makes sense from the Boston standpoint to see Kyrie lose on that Boston court.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
But I think they're going tonight. I think what you and Kyrie have been stating vicariously all season long is going to come to fruition. I think that Tatum and Brown are it.
How about Ben Simmons? His back flared up.
How? Doing
your
what?
Thoughts?
Up out of there.
Doing what?
I know what it's said being.
How is your back flaring up? Have you seen that picture that says it was like an image of our entire season, like for the Nets? Have you seen that picture? And it's like Andre Drummond getting dunked on by Robert Williams. It's got KD, Kyrie, and it's KD, Kyrie in the picture, and it's Ben Simmons standing up on the sideline. It's like a picture. Steve Nash is on the sideline. It's like a total picture, like a microcosm of this season. It is hilarious, man.
That's crazy,
man. And Steve Nash is supposedly gonna keep his job no matter what.
Same.
No, he got to go. That's an atrocity. He has to go.
Now you want to talk about conspiracies, y'all? You want to see me put the woke hat on?
And you know what? Back to you again. You've been calling it all. Well, I guess maybe since half
2
a year.
years.
Yeah,
man.
You've been like, what is Steve Nash doing?
I mean, if you're gonna do something, if you're not going to if you're not going to sit there and do something with the roster, which they really can't, you got to do something different. You can't run it back completely. You know, I mean, but again, it's all about, you know, apparently he and Durant have a good relationship, and I don't know why they're beholden to Durant at this point. Durant's not shown a whole lot either. It's a mess. It's a where does that rank? If the Nets get swept out? Is that better? Is that well? You know, Steve Nash has experience with this because you remember 10 years ago that Lakers team with him and Dwight Howard and all those guys.
No, he's gonna find a way to bring up the Lakers.
Karl Malone and his last legs and Gary Payton and all those.
But they were old though, Pete.
Yeah, but they got put out. They got swept out of the first round too, didn't they?
No, we went to the finals. No, we went to the second year we
The
got
second
swept.
year. Yeah,
But
the
we
second
went,
year.
but we played
With
against
Lamar
the
Odom
Pistons.
and all that. Yeah,
correct.
they got swept out. They got
Correct,
swept
but we got
out.
to the finals.
With Phil Jackson, all those guys, they got swept out.
But at least we got to a final.
That's embarrassing, man.
It would be number one.
Yeah, that's it.
You talking about for this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even over my Lakers this year?
I mean, like overall.
Oh no.
I mean, it's battling for number one this year because I thought you guys thought my Lakers were the
I mean,
worst
the
thing
Lakers
this year.
were. The Lakers. Everybody knew the Lakers were trash. I mean, theoretically, Kevin
But
Durant
both
is in his
teams were
prime.
supposed to be in the finals.
Man, look, Russell Westbrook sucks. LeBron is really good, but he's also 30 whatever.
A little long in the tooth.
Anthony Davis is made of glass.
And
So,
complete
that's a
the
huge-
sentence. Now,
that's a
Brooklyn
huge
coach doesn't have a coach that can coach.
It's a huge
They have a point guard
disappointment.
that's
Frank Vogel's
weird.
fine. It's a huge disappointment. He's not the problem. I mean, there's plenty of other problems. He's not great, but he's not the problem. They got plenty of issues. All right, but that's not a drop in the bucket. What happened? Did Blake Griffin die? And is he?
People are really talking like he's 45 or something.
Did you watch him play? And
Yeah, he's
he looks like he's 150 years old. This man used to be like able to jump over a car. Like it wasn't that long. Was it that long
He
ago?
was jumping over a key a few years ago. Yeah.
How old is Blake Griffin?
He's not even
33.
33.
Yeah, but he's not 35. I know.
Nope.
What?
Yeah.
He is. I mean, that man is done. His
done.
body is he is in the ground.
I ain't gonna lie.
His body is deteriorating as you watch on the court.
If you look at the whole body of work,
Dust is flying as he looks like a mummy. Dust is flying off on the
bandages are
ground.
tearing apart while
Oh
he's
my God! It's
If you think about it though, you got to look at the whole body of work for Brooklyn. This team started out the season with James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving all on the same team.
Yep.
Made a trade midseason. Everyone thought made them better.
Dinwiddie and
You added shooters.
Kavaris.
Who?
Lavaris.
That was before
They were gone
Karis
before the
LeVert,
season. Karis LeVert, they left before the season started.
uh-huh.
Okay.
They were part of that trade, I think. But you had Dinwiddie was traded in the offseason, maybe? I don't know. Regardless, you had all that talent.
Yeah, Dinwiddie was not on that. Dinwiddie was on the Wizards.
But you had all that talent. And you did absolutely nothing with it. And then you made a trade like where everybody said you got better. You got I know you got Steph Curry from that trade. It was some other shooter they got from there too. What's the guy's name? I can't think. I might be wrong. But anyway.
You got they have Seth Curry, Bruce Brown. I mean, they had Joe Harris, but he's hurt.
Who all came
Gordon
over?
Dragic was a free agent signing.
Dragic.
Who else did they add? They got with that Philadelphia trade. It was Seth Curry and who else?
Drummond. 2 first-round picks.
I thought they got another shooter. Anyway. But, bro, that team should be – and if it wasn't for the play-in, they wouldn't even been in the playoffs.
They got the shooter Ben Simmons.
Yeah, they did get in. They were the AC. I'm wrong.
They were 17.
Man, them dudes are done. They ain't get about it tonight, though. They going to stretch that joint out. I guarantee you that.
What if they win 4 in a row? What if KD puts that cape on and just –
Never.
I mean, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it, but
He'll put a cape on, want to play for Boston next year. It's not the only cape he's going to put on.
Man,
Katie, I got a home for you though, man. If you want to leave, man, you need somewhere to be. I got you, Katie. We ain't gonna have you out there looking.
I tell you what I want is that Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum looks like a super
Gabe
duper
Jason Tatum,
super duper star.
Yeah.
Like that guy looks like
that dude,
the real dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is playing unbelievable. Texter says Blake is done. His cucumber has been pickled. That's exactly right about that. That cucumber been pickled for he looked pickled. If a body has looked pickled, it's Blake Griffin. It looks pickled.
Oh yeah, they ain't he's not a pickled cucumber, man. He's full blown pickled. This one.
I mean, so we're gonna talk about some of those other series, and we're gonna get back to the Grizzlies as well as we continue here. Hour number 2, live from the Family Leisure Studios on an overcast, kind of rainy, nasty sort of Monday. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56.98.5.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Are you ready to take it on with Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike? Because we're ready to put you in a new ride today. With what gas costs today, get rolling in a ride with 41 MPG Highway 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4, $199 a month or $14,999. 5 seats, 27 MPG combined, and only $299 per month or $23,915 gets your 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport today from Gossett Mitsubishi. Plus, you'll find the award-winning redesigned 2022 Outlander with plenty of room for 7, $399 a month or $31,414. And you'll always get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 3.9% APR. G4 NHFO 3943. MSRP 16985. Sport NUO 18080. MSRP 25665. Outlander NZO 63636. MSRP 32150. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Belly Acres' motto is City-Fied Farm Fresh. The goal is simple: provide a fun, unique farm-to-table experience for the whole family. 2 great locations, Regalia at 6130 Poplar and in Overton Square at 2102 Trimble Place. Overton Square hours Sunday through Thursday 11A to 9P, Friday and Saturday 11A to 10P. Regalia Sunday through Thursday 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 10:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Signature burgers are made from 100% grass-fed beef. Sandwiches, salads, and the best milkshakes anywhere. The burgers, so good, like the Daria or the Double Daria, and the melt in your mouth. And you have to try the Voodoo Moo Moo. It is the quality brand the Belly Acres team has developed using grass-fed beef with creative homemade toppings in a fun farm setting right here in the city. The goal at Belly Acres, to become even more sustainable as they grow. In Overton Square and in Regalia, the very best quality available in Memphis, burger shakes and smiles at Belly Acres.
Spring means getting stuff done, like cutting, shoveling, and planting. Looks like you're in for a busy weekend. Better grab a 5-Hour Energy with vitamins, caffeine, and nutrients. It will help you cut those chores and those weeds down to size. 5-Hour Energy tastes great, and it works fast. So grab that shovel, power up that mower, and turn on the sprinkler. It's time to make your yard the envy of the neighborhood. 5-Hour Energy, for every weekend to-do list. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Mentor Memphis Grizzlies' inaugural Mentoring Matters Summit of Tennessee is May 12th through the 14th, with both virtual and in-person workshops and events. To find out more and register, go to grizzliesfoundation.org/TN Summit. Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Come on. One more chance. Darian, give him one more chance. Pickled cucumbers. Pickled cucumbers. The only people out there.
Y'all know about it.
You actually knew one? What?
Man, what? The bars?
Stay with me.
Oh, my bad. Wrong part.
Have to go.
Y'all know about it, man.
What? What do I not know about?
Pickled cucumbers.
Man, there, leave it alone, bro. Man, Jaren foul numbers are crazy. I don't even understand what this means. Mark C _NBA says Jaren Jackson Jr. has been limited to just 23.8 minutes per game
like
in round 1 due to foul trouble.
That's what I said. Why you just that's somebody else tweeting out what I'm tweeting out?
I'll be paying attention, UP.
So you just want to take that's fine.
I think I actually like
own show is like
I've been on this joint like you can be saying like Charlie Brown.
It's like this guy. It's like this guy Mark C NBA said Jaren's committing a lot of fouls. Wow.
The man said Jaren is 7.6 fouls per 36 minutes.
Wow.
He didn't move a muscle. He's like, dude, I already did that.
Bro, fouls per Jaren averaging over 8 fouls per 36 minutes, bro. Good God.
I mean, am I just on the show? That's the deal? All right,
You didn't realize you're his hype man.
Sain and Mark C _NBA.
Man, I hate it, bro. You just trying to appease to these nerds, bro. You know.
You just quoted one of the nerds. I can't believe this nerd, man. Hey, there's a nerd here. Listen to what this man said. This man said Jaren Jackson Jr. has only played 23.8 minutes. Can you believe that? Yeah, I said it.
He said he was one of the nerds.
This man's quoted a different nerd. At least quote your own nerd that you got a show with. That's hurt my feelings.
It should have hurt.
You're his hype man, Pete.
I'm out here supporting you and
you're Flavor Flav.
And you just, I'm saying, man, if you want to get those, you want to get some, bootleg T-shirts, man. Anthony Sain, Asylum Teams 901.
Hey, man, why you gotta call myself bootleg?
So why you gotta call me nerd? See, that's what I'm saying. Why we gotta use all these pejoratives?
Hey,
for that.
See, there you go. I don't know what no pejorative mean.
Yeah, you figured it out.
See what I'm saying, Derek?
Plastic Jordans.
Plastic Jordans.
Why you
speaking my language now? There you go.
Why you gotta use these Jordans?
Overpriced plastic Jordans.
That's funny. All right, so we talked about the series that are getting kind of crazy here.
Yeah.
Utah Dallas. What do you make of that one? 2-2. Game 5 tonight in Dallas. Dallas.
Here we go.
2.5-point favorite.
Here we go.
MVP.
Utah, hold on. Here we go.
Here we go. Down 3-1.
Y'all better get ready for it. I've been wanting to say this for so long. Oh, we gonna keep that same energy. We gonna keep it. I swear we gonna keep it. Dare I say that the Dallas Mavericks could possibly be better without Luka Doncic?
I would not say that, no.
Hey, what are you basing it on, Peter? Did they win or did they lose? Or like, come on, pull out your numbers. Pull out your numbers and show that they're better with Luka. Come on, show it to me. Show it to me.
Amen.
What's their record with Luka in the playoffs all time? No, just this year. What is it? 0-1, right? Luka never got the first round, right? It's just wondering.
They are 2-1 without Luka.
Look like they had this thing, pretty much wrapped up without him.
You're right. You're right. They probably should have brought him back.
Yeah,
he's terrible.
I'm just pointing the numbers, man. Y'all love you know.
I know, man.
Norman McNumberton. So come on with your numbers, man.
What does Mark C NBA have to say about this?
Let's see.
See what Mark C NBA has to say about that. I mean, he was that's here. Listen, Jordan Clarkson's the one who saved the Utah Jazz bacon the other night. 25 off the bench. One of those classic Jordan Clarkson games.
Mm-hmm.
They had an alley-oop at the last second, between the two guys that hate each other, Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. And that was the difference right there. If they didn't get that, Dallas would have won anyway. Dallas is already in good position because of the Jazz suck, man. The Jazz need to get out of it. They need to they need to be done, and they need to reformulate their team. It's not going to happen.
You bring Luka back when you're up 2-1, and this is what happens. You lose to a team you weren't supposed to lose to.
Yeah,
Dallas got some hard decisions to make, but I ain't gonna lie to you.
They're really not very hard. Luke had 30 and 10 in that game, so I mean, it wasn't like it's
Texas calls you Nate Numberson. Norman McNumberson is a little too much. So yeah, Nate Numberson.
Nate Numberson? Okay. Yeah. That's fine. I call that I'm just irritated that if you're gonna make fun of nerds and all this stuff.
Your MVP won a game.
You don't go out there and go to a different.
Go to
nerd.
Mark C.
Go to Mark C. for his nerd content. When you got like one of the premier nerds
in-house.
right here
Yeah,
in house.
I feel you.
And he's not even listening. He's like, y'all don't care about none of that.
Do you have a cool graphic to go with yours? No.
A cool graphic?
You think I can't get a cool graphic?
Who gonna do it? Me? You want me to do your
graphic?
You're
the cool graphic guy.
We need to work together then.
That's
Why we working together, bro?
Why get a shirt? Why we get a shirt with?
Unless you end up with a bootleg graphic, Pete.
Maybe every game we can show up with a different shirt with a different stat on it.
Your cash cow could be sitting right in front of you.
This sounds like a therapy session. Well, guys, it sounds like
hey, they had them the other week on John's show. So hey, put your feet up.
It sounds like you guys don't appreciate
each other. Maybe you guys should use your resources.
Hey, that would be funny to work together with like a stat.
Yeah, Sain, I've been putting these stats out all this time. I've been doing that.
Doing this all this time. Hoping you'd see me.
You make a graphic for it.
Hoping you'd see me. You still don't see me.
You told me you don't like influencers.
You said you like Mark. You're Mark C. You're a Mark C guy.
But Peter, you told me you don't like influencer stuff.
I only said that because I just wanted you to like me.
But when they said Clayton call you Zach Levy,
that's so funny.
Like Zach Levy.
Oh my God!
Who was it? They said it was like a Grizzly executive, Zach Kleiman.
Oh, Zach Kleiman. Yes.
Clayton call you.
Was that Clutch points. I think that was clutch points. Yeah.
Bro, we're not doing this right at all, though. You could be putting out the stats. I know. Be making the graphics, man.
I know. You could be making these
Crap,
graphics.
Man, you thought about this.
Of like Jaron looking sad and like all this stuff, and like you're sitting on the bench and like you could, man. We just.
Yeah, we dropping the ball on this.
I know. We could combine the.
I can't keep up with you, man. You putting out like 8 thread videos, and like I can't keep up with that crap.
Man, and he wakes up early on Sunday mornings too. Sunday morning, I was like, wow, hour and a half ago. Okay.
After a good soccer match, he likes to get his stats in.
I gotta get my stats in. That's right. That's exactly right, man. I gotta get my stat in. I like to stay up late or get up early. That's when I do my stats work because that's when the kids are asleep, wife's asleep. I'm like, all right, now it's time to start cracking open the old stats. Let's get down to business. You know what I mean? Let's get.
All you gotta do is call Norsworthy, man. He'll help you out.
Yeah, but Brett's stats are different than my stats. Brett's more of an old school stats
historian,
historian type situation. Yeah. Whereas I'm more of a analytics.
What I just saw type,
type guy.
But minus the cool graphics.
But I don't know if you think Mark C's out there like watching the film over.
I apologize.
I don't think so.
I apologize, bro.
I don't think Mark.
He definitely ain't watching Grizzly games 5 times over the weekend. I know that.
Exactly. You're not getting in there and really getting in the muck.
Well, I'm about to do what I do. I'm an agitator. Tweet just came out from Adrian Wojnarowski.
Who?
See, here he is, man.
Who's that again?
Here he is, Ebonic shaming. Here he is.
No, I'm not.
That's a good one, Ebonic shaming.
I wasn't Ebonic.
What? Say what? Like you don't understand what I'm talking about.
I was Woj shaming.
All right.
I wasn't him.
There's a tweet that came out from Woj.
Who?
All right. ESPN sources. Ben Simmons and hey, what's the day that black people we always say wrong and will not say right? ABA player Dirk Nowitzki. We ain't saying no Nowitzki. Man, they Dirk Nowitzki forever. I don't care what y'all talking about. Anyway, ESPN sources: Ben Simmons, the CEO of Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, meet with GM Sean Marks and Nets leadership today to discuss how they'll continue to work through the physical and mental hurdles needed to get Simmons back on the court. Dude, y'all got one game left. Like this ain't January, man. What are you talking about?
What are we talking about? The physical and mental. I mean,
bro, you got one game.
Listen,
y'all up out of here.
Man, it was the dumbest thing in the world to even try to bring him back. I mean, like I don't know why they're trying to bring him back in the middle of the playoffs. Anyway, it was never going to be a good idea from the very beginning. But the amount of BS
from this whole situation
that you got to go through to deal with Ben Simmons.
Yeah, and bro, he got traded in February. It is April.
It's the whole the stuff with Philly.
It is April, man.
Last year,
almost
same kind of thing, and it's Rich Paul going to like Woj and being like, the mental stress is really we gotta get a mental plan together to deal with the upheaval in Ben's life, and he's a great and Woj just got to sit there and swallow all this doo doo because he wants to get the scoop and be 5 minutes early on the next big story. Can I just add?
Here he comes. You better go on a rant.
Does it seem worth it?
No.
To be a Woj or to be a Shams?
Oh, money wise, yeah, of course.
I mean, yeah, but it means you got to be on task 24/7
and 99.999
and whatever some agent texts you, you got to just put it out there. Whatever it is, you got to put it out there. And you got to just eat that poop. Like, oh, yeah, Ben Simmons he's been working so hard and mentally he's just focused and mind to the grindstone as he continues to work hard. And it's like, whatever the GM or whatever you just got to put it out there because you have to be like in the pocket. Adam Schefter, same kind of stuff. Like, is it worth it? So that your scoop is like literally 2 minutes before somebody else gets the scoop. Or gets the same story.
Yeah, it ain't worth it.
Is it worth it? Nah, I mean,
because you got to sign a new contract.
Like the money's good. The money's good, but like I don't know, man. That's just.
Oh, it's worth it. Let me take that back. Let me not get out of hand.
Tedious headache.
Financially, sure, but morally and whatnot, I don't know. I can't. Just doesn't seem like the right situation to do.
Unrelated to sports. Were you aware that local Memphian Moneybag Yo, rap superstar Moneybag Yo, has a rap snack? Were you aware of that?
I was not aware of that.
But now you know.
All right, inside information. I actually bought them.
What is it?
Here I go. I'm with you.
Is it
I got little ones.
Pickle cucumbers?
Oh, I'm not sure.
It was actually pickle jalapeno.
Oh.
So you barking up the right tree.
Okay.
So I walked in the store and I recall seeing it on Twitter, see his little face and another bag. Little baby had a bag of chips and my boys went nuts over them.
Little baby.
So I tried each one of them and they taste like Cheap ass chips.
Is it called baby food?
I mean, it tastes like it, but I mean, they're chips for kids after school, and they're priced kind of high, $2.89 a bag.
Why they not done Muddy Bag yogurt?
Oh, Muddy Bag yogurt.
I like that. That's good. That's
but
good.
You can probably eat those with the pickled cucumbers because
little baby
pickled
food.
jalapenos.
Little baby food.
Come on, man. Master P, you got to expand that lane. You got to get over to the kids
That's
stuff.
What I'm saying. Little baby food.
Muddy Bag yogurt.
Muddy Bag yogurt.
Yeah. MC for meal. Come on now.
MC for meal.
Infamil DeBarge. Yeah, man. Come on.
Come on now.
Infamil DeBarge.
I hope Kendrick Davis NIL is better than all of these ideas. Kendrick Davis, welcome to town.
Teddy Lemongrass. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. This is where the action is right here. He's missing out.
Have you seen the ooh wee sweet tea, ooh wee lemonades and all that? You see that? You seen that?
You could get into the Hanukkah toys with Dr. Dreidel and all that.
Yeah, there you go. Come on, Master P. You gotta go get on out there, man.
Come on now,
Dr. Dreidel.
Come on, you could do. We could have all kinds of fun out here.
That's like that tweet we talked about last week where it said, "What in the world is Seabird? Like Seabird have been in jail all my life.
Yeah,
what did he even do? It was like his name ain't C tax evasion." Oh man.
Okay, you just taught me what a dreidel was. All right. Dr. Dreidel.
We got to talk Kendrick Davis, man. We got to talk
we'll come back. We'll talk to Kendrick Davis. We'll come back.
Dr. Dreidel.
Kendrick Davis. Real Sports Talk Sports 56, 98.5.
Add a little fun to your lunch break. Join Johnny Radio for Sports 56 Happy Hour from 11 to 1 every weekday on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Found a great new restaurant in Horn Lake, Mississippi, Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's on Highway 51, Horn Lake, Mississippi. Bring back those childhood memories from homemade Sloppy Joe's to mouth-watering cheeseburgers, spicy or regular fries, chicken tenders, chicken wings, jumbo hot dogs. Just a little secret, Sloppy Joe's has got that nachos cheese on it. On fire, delicious. Fried catfish that melts in your mouth. Light batter too, even homemade lemon cake. Check us out. Don't forget Q's Sloppy Joe's. Daily breakfast from 7A to 10A. Try Q's Big Breakfast. 3 homemade gigantic pancakes, 3 meats, 3 eggs for $10.75. Generous portions. Come hungry. Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's, 5441 Highway 51. Just 20 minutes from Memphis. Can't miss it. Beautiful old brick house. Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's, 5441 Highway 51, Horn Lake, Mississippi.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repair repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Now, back to grind time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Hey, man. Before we talk about Kendrick Davis, we talk about the absolutely fantastic job that Penny's doing in the transfer portal, or Pirtle, as the case may be.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the fantastic job the folks at FanDuel Sportsbook are doing. It's very, very good. And I think folks need to appreciate everything that's going on with FanDuel Sportsbook, including, you know it, you love it. It's the no sweat same game parlay in the NBA. Throughout the playoffs, all customers can place a no sweat same game parlay each week. The playoffs continue to roll on. You can make every game feel like Game 7. We're getting close to some Game 7s on FanDuel Sportsbook. It's an official partner of the NBA. Throughout the playoffs, all customers can place a no-sweat same-game parlay each week. You'll get up to $20 in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel has so many ways to play. And best of all, when you do win, you'll get paid faster than a fast break. If you're new to FanDuel, just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code BIGHEAD to get your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Once again, that's promo code BIGHEAD, and if you already have an account, you're all set to bet no sweat. Either way, you'll get $20, up to $20 in free bets if your same-game parlay during the playoffs doesn't win. From FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. Refund issue is non-withdrawable. Free bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max free bet, $20 per week. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. So, Kendrick Davis, they got him.
Yep,
they got him.
It was worth the Tyler Harris sacrifice.
I mean,
because that's how people describe it. Like Tyler Harris had to die for us to go get Kendrick Davis.
That's exactly what happened.
Like, it's literally how
everybody
people
had to
describe
die. Everybody gone.
Well, this just justifies that. I mean,
it's Kendrick Davis and a lot of question marks.
It's a lot of empty roster spots, man. Don't get me twisted. I'm super excited about this. This is a great start. You get one of the better players in the country coming to your team. I mean, you can't knock that. Penny still got an uphill battle. He's still got to fill out the rest of. He's got to put a team together. His starting lineup could be very good, depending on what direction they decide to go as far as the big man goes. But he's got to fill out the full roster. Like, that's got to happen. And you get Kendrick Davis. You sell him, even though there is the speculation of the violations with the NCAA. You get him in the fold. That's great. You're probably going to get Caleb Murphy as well. You got some dude from Georgia State who I've heard is a bum. Like, I don't expect. I'm sorry, man. I don't get excited about just we'll sign guys, just be signing guys. I've been disappointed so many times before, so I'm not banking on anybody except the guys I know that are good. I know Caleb Murphy can play. I know that Kendrick Davis can play. Anybody else, I don't care about some dude who played for Georgia State.
You don't care about McCadden?
No, that dude's probably terrible. I mean, whatever.
He's gonna be like your 8th or 9th guy with him.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So. It's like I said, it's a great start. You can never, anyone who doubts Penny Hardaway's ability to recruit players, you should stop at this point. I mean, you should have never felt that way. But after you see him go get a guy like Kendrick Davis in the middle of what's going on with the NCAA sanctions possible over their head, Penny's that dude when it comes to recruiting. But
I just want to find out.
Just a lot of weird narratives out here this morning.
I want to find out what the NIL deal is, though.
It has to be something,
because
it's got to be.
Because I like the fact that, like, over the weekend we saw. Like, I love the fact that basically we're not even pretending anymore, and I think it's great. Nigel Pack, who was a former Kansas State star, is going to the University of Miami in a deal that was announced not by one of the reporters on the college basketball world, but was announced by the company. Actually by his lawyer who made the deal happen. But he said, presented by Life Wallet. Here's new transfer, Nigel Pack, 2-year, $800,000 deal with Life Wallet as part of a NIL deal. Plus, he was also promised a car. And all that was mentioned, and it was announced. It was announced as like almost like a free agent signing.
Man, I love
like
it,
a 2-year, $800,000 deal to bring this guy.
Bro,
I mean, we're not even like pretending, which is fine. Like that's what it is. So just put it out there like that.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's fine. So,
All of it.
So I want that for Kendrick Davis. I want to know what's where are we at on that? Let's get that. Brought to you by Jack Pirtles. It's a 2-year. Like, come on, man, get it out there.
I've got a question as well. The NIL deals that you see, are these how many of these are actual? Do you think companies are saying, okay, I think this is a business decision. If we sign this kid, I think he can help us market our brand. Or is it strictly a favor of being like I feel like my philanthropic role as a millionaire or a business person in this city, as a fan of this team, I feel like it's my job to provide this for the school. How much do you think is actually that? Do you think more? What's the numbers you think? Do you think it's more so that, or is it people really think?
I think it's mostly at this point still mostly.
This is my civic duty.
I mean, civic duty / I'm a booster / I'm a fan / whatever.
So you don't think it's anybody who really thinks that this kid X can help their brand?
I mean, maybe. I think that right at this point now, the thing is that the market is really unclear. It's a little bit like the NBA and the like jersey sales. Like, people sold it but didn't really know what to sell it for, how much to sell it for. The Grizzlies haven't been able to sell theirs back, even though they're their most popular they've ever been. Top 10 in jersey sales. They still haven't sold that patch. They don't know quite what to sell it for. I think NIL is the same thing. It's like how much, like if you're actually selling it for trying to make money for your brand, and you're actually trying to be like marketing and all that. How do you know? We really don't have any way to judge that yet. We don't know what. There's no test cases, especially for a kid. You don't know if that kid's going to be able to, like what's he going to be able to actually provide for you,
right.
From a marketing standpoint. Like, is one kid from the University of Miami going to make $800,000 worth of difference for this company? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe locally. But that seems like a lot. So
it feels like a civic duty thing. Man.
Yeah, it feels much.
Because some of these companies, I don't understand how they can move the needle at all. But there's also companies I don't patronize, or businesses I don't like that realm isn't even something I patronize. But I guess I don't. It feels like it's just a civic duty thing. If that's the case, I don't understand why it's not more of it. Like instead of me being a booster, let me just go pay for a player.
I know, and that's why I was asking about the whole 1 cent deal. I know he's the head coach, but I got to think that Nike and 1 cent are doing something. Like, they're a third party.
Yeah, because my thing is, what's stopping, like, seriously, like, I'm not accusing this. What's stopping Penny Hardaway himself from financing his own?
Yes. Like, and in my estimation, he should be able to because Anthony Hardaway, the coach, is separate.
I mean, under the table. Like, what's stopping Penny Hardaway from saying, hey,
I feel. But even above board, though.
Here's $100,000. Go get this to my kid. You know what I mean? Like,
but above board, shouldn't his company be able to assist in that if NIL is all above board?
I think the only thing is that the conflict of interest. Like, you can't be in Nike school with a kid wearing Adidas out there. Like, I think that's – I don't understand why I want to understand why we haven't seen the guy sign a shoe deal, period. Mikey Williams has.
Mike Williams?
The kid.
In California, right?
Yeah, he's got a deal with Puma, I think. But I don't know if it's a shoe deal. It might just be an apparel thing. I don't know, man. I don't know how that works at all.
Man, that would be sweet.
Because you're not seeing kids. Because it doesn't seem like if I'm a Nike school and Nike wants to give me a deal, why can't Nike give me a shoe while I'm playing?
Aside from the Michael Jordan brand, if you could unleash that 1 cent brand on the world and let it be known, whew.
I still think the dopest one is NBA 2K with
Paolo.
Yeah, that's dope. That dude's in the NBA 2K now. Like, that's pretty dope to me, man.
Just got a phone call, too. Mr. Calloway says, keep up the good job. He said he met you at Peggy's.
Yeah.
Yep. He actually says I'm the best part of the show. Thank you, Mr. Calloway. He said those guys don't be listening to you, Darius.
Yeah,
I should ask him, do he like his cucumbers pickled or not?
Let that gentleman know I think about my encounter with him a lot. Yeah, it was an encouragement.
Mr. Calloway?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. He says great job, Dr. Sain. So
appreciate it. Tell him well, he's listening.
I don't have his number. Yeah, there you go, Mr.
I forgot you called a while ago. Yeah. But yeah, man. Grizzly 6, man.
We doing random shout-outs now? So we call Darian if you
want
to say
hello
to
him on his back. I want to pat
Peter,
him on his
real
back.
quick. We're on the clock.
You call and give me a shout out.
Friday Night Stripes, Peter. Come on, who's gonna be your starting quarterback for the Tigers?
I don't know.
I thought about going to that too.
Grant Gunnell.
Grant Gunnell.
It sounds like that's the guy.
You said somebody call and give you a shout out. The phone started ringing. No, y'all, we're done.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Just give me a shout out. I appreciate that. Just tell Darian.
You a hater?
Tell Darian to tell me hello, and then have Darian do it on the air so I can feel better. What's wrong with that?
You a hater, man? Why you getting?
What do you mean? Why am I a hater? I'm a hater because I want somebody to say hi to me. What is that hating? Who am I hating on? Nobody.
Pastor Munger says hi,
Thank
Peter.
you. I appreciate that, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor. Hello to you.
It's hard being a brother in this industry right here, man. A black man can't get – the people want to encourage a brother because they know it's hard being a brother in this industry. Then here come the white guy. What about me?
It's hard being a stats guy, a white stats guy.
Go ahead and say it.
Why they got to have BET? Why they got to have that?
It's hard being a –
because y'all got everything else. That's why, man.
You know how hard
it would be WET. It would be
wet.
You know how hard it is in this business? I mean –
why y'all give me saying shots?
It's brothers, man. It's my people, man. Encouraging me, bro.
Straight white man. I mean, there's nothing out there for us.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Straight white man. Must
I mean, how long has it been for us?
4-7 years.
They gonna tell you what you sound like saying that. Man, sound like you might be have an insurrection plan sometimes.
That's funny.
Oh, y'all were awesome today, man.
I ain't got time to
Beautiful way to bring me back from my eye surgery. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Sain.
Listen.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you, brother.
See?
I appreciate it better when a brother can say it, though, but it's all good.
I mean, I can't.
I feel like you head pat me like I'm the most improved player, like John Moran or something around this.
But I said you're doing, like, what if I said you're doing a bad job? And you'd be like, then I said you're doing no job.
Hey, you got to take the compliments how you give.
I can't.
Brother can't have nothing, man.
Nothing I can do. What do you mean brother can't have nothing? What are you talking about?
It feel like a head pat me, you saying it, man. When a brother said it give me the encouragement I need.
How do you think he felt about Mark C?
Exactly.
You're right, Peter. You just need to go to counseling, probably.
Me and you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
It's fine.
May Pearl.
Hey, this ain't the late show, man.
Pearl can go in there.
This ain't the late show. Get out there, man. Stats. Gabe, they up next. Check him out.
Pearl says she's calling it tomorrow, by the way.
Add a little excitement to your sports